Hey folks, I am taking the very short drive up the hill from my house to go see Kevin Hollasch from Stiffy's Custom Rods. And got some stuff that's ready. The 2 blanks I brought back from Batson Enterprises in Sequim, Washington. The blanks and all the components. Kevin has finished. I know he at least has one, and I asked, hey, can I come grab at least that one? They might both be done. They're both moderate in action. One is medium in power, one is heavy in power. The heavy is going to be a striper rod, but this medium is it's going with me to the Susquehanna River to catch some smallmouth tomorrow. I'm excited to get my hands on it. Excited to feel what that bend is and catch some brown bass on it. All right, Kevin's here with me. Show me what you made, man.
Got your new.
This is the smallmouth one, the medium moderate. What'd you think building it? That silver thread looks nice.
Yeah, it really pops. No, it was nice and enjoyable. Everything was picked out. All I had to do is put it in spot, follow Rain Shadow's Batson's spec sheet to their guide specs that you had done out in the headquarters, and wrap it up. It's fairly simple. Came together pretty nice.
Nice. Yeah, Mike Thorson is the guy that builds those, and he's, he actually used to work for St. Croix. He did their blanks for years before Batson kind of recruited him.
Right.
So the reasons why you get a custom is the same reason that I do this, the tackle crafting. Is actually, it started when I started. It was the Bagley's Poppin' B3. It was a topwater plug that Bagley's made in, I must say, early to mid 80s. I had a supply of them, and I ran out. Like somebody lost my last one for me. I always swam for them. Like I would go swimming and go get those things back. Yeah. But my buddy Rob lost the box that had that in there, and I came back from that week-long float trip on the Upper Potomac and said, I got to make these and learn how to carve plugs.
Okay.
But you do custom tackle crafting and custom rod building because you want something that you can't buy off the shelf.
Sure.
Could be something that's discontinued that they used to build.
Right.
They don't, and this high-end rod, this is their best, most sensitive blank, the Revolution, and there's different grades of it. They don't make them with that short of a butt.
No,
that's a kayak fishing thing. Would that look weird to you? You can see this. You're not in a kayak. This is a weird looking kayak.
Yeah. No, I mean,
don't need it.
It's all what fits you personally, and we, kind of made a rod, over the winter, and you like that handle, so we took that handle design with the same length and copycatted it and just added the extra cork to fit the rod holders that we didn't put on that last rod, and then made the changes to that hook keeper based on feedback and trial and error.
I will tell you, I may take a file to this and shape it. We'll see. I've done that before with ones that I've built where I do some funky things that are, once I get a reel on there, that are specific to my hand. I'm gonna fish it as is tomorrow, but like, for instance, I may take a round file to that, just so my thumb is happy there. But the other thing is, this isn't a really common blank. This is a, let's see, it's not focusing on that real good. There, it is a moderate, and it's a 7-footer. So moderate in one that's not glass is something that I like.
Probably not.
I can feel that
typical
garage door really good with it.
Probably not your typical crankbait blank.
No.
So that's a nice thing
No.
about the custom building. You found a blank you wanted for the application you like.
It's as sensitive as you can get with the crankbait,
Right.
Moderate blank. So I'll be able to feel what I'm grinding on, which
Sure.
is important to me. So show me the other one you got. This one's not quite done yet. We still got to epoxy
The
it.
epoxy, but
This is the striper one.
heavier 7.6.
Oh, you did some nice work. Put a little Torpedo orange accent on there. Nice.
Yeah.
On the same silver. That beefy rod or double foot. Yep, that is gonna whoop some striper ass when it's done. When you're done epoxying it.
Yeah.
So
Just need a night.
very cool. Well, hey man, I appreciate you
Yeah,
doing it.
absolutely.
And, I will maybe be picking your brain a little bit because it's been. I'm gonna tell you, it's been 10 years since I built a rod.
Sure.
And I'm a little bit out of practice, but I'm gonna do some videos on building them. I may
build one or two
I may
together.
be calling you and say,
Hey.
how do we do this?
Right.
So
Yeah, it's fun.
but no, I appreciate it, and like you do super clean work.
Sure. Yeah, I do minimal. Everything you add to a rod adds weight and takes away from sensitivity, so that's kind of my thing.
What's your
Minimal.
favorite for? You've been doing some deep water, I assume, like shaky head and jig fishing.
Mm-hmm.
What's your? You got a rod you can show me that's your favorite?
Sure.
All right, let's take a look.
Take that off there.
It's something you're not showing on camera.
Mm-hmm.
There's something very special in that. It just went away.
That's it. It's a 7.3 heavy
Okay.
jig rod.
Nice. I do need to do a bait caster. The one of the ones that I'm going to do is going to be my jackhammer rod.
Okay.
And I realized I have that. Did I ever show you the baits reel that I have?
No.
I got to show it to you.
I've seen you posting about it, but I
Oh,
haven't
it's
seen
nice.
it. Yeah.
It's got no slop and no wiggle, and
Okay.
it's just tight.
Yeah.
But it's made me realize that my jackhammer rod,
Right.
the arbors or something under it is loose.
Yeah.
The real seat is loose. There's wiggle in there that I don't like, that I gotta
Right.
I gotta
Get rid of.
I'm basically going to replace all of them because I'm got the Team Rain Shadow deal, and I'm gonna
Go
change
for it.
everything out.
Right.
All of my
Yeah, we'll have to build you
everything.
a couple jig rods and then get out there,
Yeah,
see how they feel.
for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you doing these
Yeah, absolutely.
and letting me come up and just get the first one because I'll use that. I don't
Yeah.
have a striper trip ready in the immediate future.
Okay.
I do this. I may run before I run down to iCast later. Well, about a week from today, I'll run down to iCast.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have it done by then. So.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I might take it with me just to show folks.
Yeah.
Batson will have a booth there. And I'll
Okay.
be doing some stuff from the Batson Enterprises booth.
Nice.
So, and the Do It booth.
Yeah.
And then like working the booth that we're showing these things, those torpedoes. So,
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Representing.
Yeah. it's fun.
Yeah.
Besides being, Orlando in July.
Sure.
That part isn't as fun.
Hot.
It's buggy. and
Oh,
hot.
it's been humid as can be in Maryland, so.
Yeah. Yeah. We need more rain though.
Yeah.
Are the reservoirs low at all?
They are. It looks like they came up a little bit since the last. We did get a little bit of rain.
Marburg is down maybe 3 feet.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they got to keep flushing out that yucky stuff the paper mill
Right.
creates. So
Yeah.
it's their reservoir.
Sure.
But all right, well I'm gonna go back, find a spinning reel to put on there, string it up, and get on the water in the morning. So
Sounds good.
thanks, man.
Yep. No problem.
All right, I've been rehabbing some of these crankbaits. That's an old live target that I've repainted. I gotta pull the paint off. I'm not gonna put any hooks on this. I am gonna actually put a loose speed spool on there and I'll put a leader. I'm gonna tie this on. We have too many barn kitties around for me to put treble hooks on this. I do want to cast this around ahead of tomorrow, just to get a feel for it. I'm really curious, so I'm gonna tie that on and catch some barn kitties maybe. No hooks. We love our kitties. I like it. I like it a lot. I do have to sand down that, and that's going to be, you know, something very specific to my hand. But I'm going to do a round file, you know, tonight before I go tomorrow. See what the distance on this looks like. Oh, it hit the fence. It's good. Good. Yeah, kitty. No kitties were harmed in the production of this video. What I'm doing now, I got a round file, and I'll have to finish it up with some sandpaper. And I know that there's some. I think I got cork sealant somewhere in my old tackle crafting stuff. It's probably something I'll have to get a new bottle of. But basically, I'm filing that down so that where my hand goes on it, it's gonna be happy with my hand. I'm gonna round out here, and I'm gonna have the place for my thumb to kind of transition there. I'm gonna keep this wide on the sides and narrow it down there. So something I've done with, you know, some of my previous custom rods in the past. I don't commit to having things symmetrical, things done on a lathe. Our hands are asymmetrical in how they grab things. My custom paddle from Werner is asymmetrical. It's you know, really designed. It's designed very well. So, you know, don't think that your cork or whatever your grips are, and I like cork because I can do this, have to be symmetrical. All right, let's go on this side, and your finger is round like the round file, and I gotta do it a different way than how I'm gonna show you, but you know, you run it across there where that corner hits where your finger wants to go. Round it out. Make it finger friendly. Okay, I've done a good amount of cork removal in sort of cylindrical shapes. And I got this sponge block that I'm just finishing it off, and you know, I'm actually stopping shy of totally removed, like all the way down. You can't put any back on there, so I'm gonna fish it like pretty much like this tomorrow. But the concept is that when you know, when your thumb sits on top, it's a nice gradual transition. You have the width, and this is where my knuckle goes on the bottom. That looks about right. I'm gonna put the reel back on there and show you what this looks like, but it's a cork shape that fits my hand. This is my rod, my hand. This is not something you I don't even think that a custom rod builder, unless the customer was there, could do it, but it's something I do with my own, and it looks good. and it feels good. You can do it with an off the shelf rod, sort of. I specifically asked Kevin, leave the cork. Don't shape the cork. And he didn't. And man, do I have what I want now. And I'll point out one other thing, and then I'm going to wrap up this video so I can go in and get to sleep and start early and go up to the river. I love this because on my old rod, just through the course of using it, you would rub and rub and rub. Like this part of your hand would, over the course of, either fighting a fish or making a cast, I don't even know how it happened, but this would loosen and the reel seat would get loose. And I was constantly pulling that up and just tightening it down. And I did put tape on it at one point. It didn't help. But that double ring deal, ooh, that's the stuff. Oh, this is so good. I'm so happy. Think about it. Think about getting a custom rod done yourself. Batson Enterprises has a nice list of their rod builders, ones that they work with, and they're nationwide. I actually looked it up. I mean, I'm happy with what Kevin does, and Kevin's local. Kevin's a friend. And sure, you can ask Kevin at Stiffy's Custom Rods to build you one, but there's also one up in Pennsylvania, really not far from me, up near Ski Liberty. But there are other rod builders, and I'm sure that you can find one near you to build something to your specification. That's really what a custom, getting a custom rod is about, is working with a craftsman to make what you want. If you like it, and maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you want to do your own. I did at some point. My buddy Mike Naylor, who's the DNR employee, he's a biologist for DNR. He was actually a speaker that I got to come to the Potomac River Smallmouth Club when I was president over 20 years ago. And he talked about subaquatic vegetation, but I'm like, I want you to talk about, he wanted to, and I'm like, that sounds great. I want you to talk about rod building. And I knew he did it through his role as Patapsco Mike on River Smallies. And he taught me it's really not that hard. You can do it with a cardboard box, some paint brushes, some little brushes, and just a couple tools like that round file. And if you look way back in my YouTube channel, you can see some of those rod builds I did. I made videos of it with my kids. Were little back then. I think they were part of those videos at some point. Anyhow, rod building, custom stuff. That's my pitch. Thanks for watching. See ya.